What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and today I want to make a quick little video, well we'll see how quick it is, a video on True Ogre in Tag 2. It's so interesting because you've probably seen my Tag 1 cheesiest character of all time video featuring True Ogre himself. He was a massive piece of shit in Tag 1. Holy shit, probably the most annoying character to play against in history. It was so easy, so cheap. Really, the most bullshit stuff imaginable just worked for True Ogre in Tag 1. I'm gonna link that video below in case you wanna see that. So the fall from grace, yes, the fall from grace was rather large for True Ogre, being gone from Tekken ever since Tag 1. And then coming back triumphantly in Tag 2 to the joy of all the cheese players out there. But, well, suddenly as they tried him, oh, this is a dud. You know, pretty much all of his cheese was removed and his frames were suddenly much worse, like the classic Horns of Slaughter being -5 on block in Tag 1 with pushback. Here having pretty much no pushback. I can actually show you guys. No pushback and -10, and they don't hit grounded anymore, they don't track like crazy anymore. All the stuff that was so dumb is gone. And it's not like suddenly he's mid-tier or something, like he's pretty damn bad in Tag 2. We're gonna go over some of the stuff. But he did have the cheese that is the winning moon. I've dedicated a video to that. You know how cheese this is. That alone made him annoying as fuck to fight in this game. And then we also had, of course, the now I'm actually going to have you stop blocking, Paul. This little tech trap here, which was, of course, a blast to use. I've dedicated a video to that one as well. The barbecue fiesta. Wow. Do the barbecue. How do you combo again with Jinpachi? But yes, you can check that video. But let's take a look at Mr. True Ogre and all the stuff he has. So again, winning moon and the barbecue tech trap, ace. You know, those are super cheesy. And he did have up 4, Devil Jin's up 4, that did help quite a bit. It's probably the best panic move in the game. And that actually came in handy in his combos as well. Due to from this being able to do an air throw that on its own does 1,000,000 damage. So I'm gonna show you guys here at the wall. Place them high on the wall, do this throw, 10 damage, 10 damage, 20 damage. So total of 40 damage on the throw alone. So the damage here is pretty damn absurd, as you can see. Bam! Yeah, that hurts quite a bit. So up 4 together with that air throw, pretty nice. Can also do this. Yeah. He had some shenanigans there. And then, honestly, a reason to play him was his cool throws. His default throws had new animations, and to be honest, credit to the Bandai Namco team, they were awesome. Awesome. And the side throws. I mean, you see that? The awesome animation. He picks them up by the horns, and then he just jumps up and does these acrobatics. Death Fist. He throws them up, and with his snake arm Death Fists, that Paul himself, showing who has the better Death Fist. His throws were honestly a reason to play him. And then all of his cheese was gone. You know, in previous Tekkens where you do the horns like this, sorry, in Tag 1, you would do the horns like this and then you would do Unblockable. Doesn't work in this game because he lost the Bruce homing Unblockable and they gave him this Steve Unblockable, which has range as you can see, but is completely linear. So it's actually garbage. The old one was 1,000,000 times better. And he lost all of the cheese super fast mid unblockables where he had 3 of them. He now only has 1, this one. And as you can see, it's still fast. Still has good range. Gives guaranteed low. Range isn't that good. It's okay, but it's a high. I have to remind you that in tag 1, this same speed here, that was a mid unblockable in tag 1. Just to give you, you know, a reference, what we used to have. This fast, but a mid. But yeah, was that a bit stupid? It sure was. But this is bad, to be honest, in comparison. So the unblockable cheese is gone. God damn it. And as I said, the horns here, no pushback on block, and -10 doesn't hit grounded. So they've been really nerfed. So this not being a safe mid launcher anymore hurts the character. Although it's still a taggable launcher, like so. And then his down forward 1, which is a key move, is -5 on block. Unfortunately, he has down forward 1 too, Steve style, which is quite alright, but that's stuckable. And then he has down forward 1-1, which is a pretty cool natural combo. His down forward 1 is 13 frames fast. Problem here is though is that this is -13 on block, so that is not very good. It is okay. And then he has a shoulder here, forward 1-4, decent range, 14 frames fast, 37 damage, -17 on block, but that's not unusual for those types of shoulders. Let's see, we have another interesting poke is down for 2-1, which is a string he got for tag 2. He didn't have this in tag 1. Down for 2 on its own is safe. Down for 2-1 is -12. And then you have down for 2-1-2 is -13. So this string, yeah, you'd probably just do these 2 first hits and hope you don't get punished because the opponent is probably expecting the last hit. But it is mid, but yeah, it's just so unsafe, unfortunately. And then he has 1+2, 1+2, 1+2. Oh, sorry, 1+2, 1+2, 1+2. These are all delayable, and then you can do 3 of them. So you can choose either 1, 2, or go for all 3. The problem here is that all of them are launch punishable, starting with the first one, 1+2. This is -15, this is -19, and all of them, I think it's like -20 something. So it's incredibly punishable, but it's pretty nice that you can delay all of them quite a bit, but still it's just so much risk for not that much reward, to be honest. And then the range, you know, which was amazing, not a small detail. You know, this character in tag 1, the range pretty much was the character. For example, his while standing 2, which is like Kazuya's while standing 2, the demon God Fist. I don't know why I did that. It's my Alzheimer's. It used to reach across the stage. In this one, it's just so lackluster in comparison. You see this? You see? Where did that godlike range go? Out the window, unfortunately. Like this monster's tier placement. Just woo! So that's quite sad. His jab range also went down the toilet, but it's still good compared to other characters. It's just not that absurd range he used to have. But they did put in some new moves to give him range, like back 1+2, hits from far away. There it connects, you see. It's -18 though, and they also gave him down 2, which is, I think this is the furthest range move he has. You see, it literally hits from across the stage. But it's very slow, it's steppable, of course, and it's -15. So what did this look like here? So yeah, -15 there, but it has quite the impact on the guard. So they have to time their punish after blocking it, but it is ridiculously slow. But that really shows a monstrous range of true Ogre. Down back 1 was actually a pretty decent poke. It had, you see, it has some range. Quite good range. It is, of course, this was his key bound move. So if this hit someone jumping, they would get bounded. But on hit, you can see it forces crouch. It's +6 actually on hit, really good, and -4 on block. And on counter hit would knock down. So this is actually quite a good mid, I gotta say, considering the range. So pretty damn good. And then we have back 2, which is his electric wind god fist. Well, I mean, not really. Slap them away. It's got some range again, could have more. But on block it's -8, on hit it's +3. This is a high, but it does launch on counter hit. But yeah, for a true ogre move, it's quite alright. But you know, if you compare it to what other characters have in this game, it's pretty damn lackluster, I would say. But that was a favorite among the very few true ogre tournament players we saw, or even just high level players. And he has Asuka's down back 3, which on hit he can transition into this. That's those sorts of shenanigans. Boom, boom, boom. This is -23 on, you see, no pushback, and -23 on block. Can only transition into flying if it connects, so on hit, not on block. So it is extremely unsafe, not like the version Asuka has today, which is much better. And now let's take a look at the lows. First off, we have a low poke, down back 4, -11 on block, that's pretty good, does 20 damage, is neutral on hit. Bad range though. So this is not the best low, but is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. And then we have, and now it becomes really punishable immediately. Down 3 +4, 27 damage, +3 on hit. Hey, that's pretty good. Knocks down on counter hit. The only problem is that it's -26 on block. So that is that's as punishable as a hell sweep. And what does it do? 27 damage. Not as fast as a hell sweep, by the way, but unseeable. That's just a big risk to get 27 damage and +3. And then we have down back 2, which is a long range low. This is -19. So it's launch punishable. You can hold it like this to transition into a throw. It's pretty cool. That version is -23 on block, but you see it hits across the stage. But good luck hitting anyone with that, because it's so telegraphed. As soon as you see true ogre duck down like that, all you would do is block. But his capital punishment was really cool. You would be really afraid of it. Of course it's safe on block, it's pretty neutral on block, but the range is absurd. He has much better range than both King and Armor King due to his very long arms. So this is actually a pretty cool move to have. And I mean, yeah, I don't have to mention this again. It's due to the capital punishment there that Winning Moon is so good. And of course he has Bob's up forward 1+2, up forward 1+2, 1+2. It's not hit confirmable, so if you want to get the wall splat and the big damage, you have to take the risk. It's launch punishable on block, the whole thing. You can delay it to try and counter hit, but overall it's a pretty good move. And it was really good in Oki after, for example, knocking someone down. Okay, sidestep 4 is also launch punishable. I should have mentioned this low. Gives a guaranteed follow-up, but still it's a launch punishable low. Most of his lows are launch punishable. I just wanted to show this with up forward 1+2, 1+2. I showed this in the Waning Moon video, but as you can see, it was a really good Oki tool to try and hit them from behind and score that wall splat. Forward 1+2 is a move inherited by Gigas, although this version here is slower. Safe on block, high, he headbutts, I think it's -9, but on counter it, just like with Gigas, kablam, and you actually get a wall splat. So that is quite powerful. Nice, you see the damage there, pretty decent. So that's actually what I wanted to say about True Ogre. It completely changed from tag 1. He kept some cheese, you know, like this tech roll setup, Winning Moon, like a few other things, like maybe this, like some cheese, but overall he's a shadow of his former self. All of these key tools were neutered, including the 442, you know, and the unblockables. And he had some combo damage. He had some range, you know, especially in his 10 frame punish here, 1-2-2. Some shenanigans, but overall very weak character, especially considering his large hitbox. He would eat crazy combos that the majority of the cast just would not. So yeah, too bad for True Ogre. I wonder if we will ever see him in a game again. Probably not. And then of course in 1 month he's revealed at EVO or something. That would be crazy. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video on True Ogre and why in Tag 2 he was quite weak. He wasn't the party animal he was in Tag 1. And I hope you all have a cool day. Cheers.